Hi, everyone. So this is going to serve as our first graduation rehearsal. We're doing it virtually, so you guys have the ability to be able to kind of refer back to it. Our second graduation rehearsal, however, will be live and in person, so you get the opportunity to rehearse everything that we're going to need you to do for graduation on the big day. But we do want to go over in this first rehearsal things that you need to know as you prepare for your graduation that will be happening very soon. So first of all, a reminder that, as you know, graduation will take place on Friday, June 3rd, 2022. It starts at 2 p.m. The seniors must arrive by 1 p.m. and it is taking place at the University of Miami Watsco Center. That's the basketball arena, which is in Coral Gables. So arrival. What you're bringing on the day of the graduation is you're going to need, obviously, your graduation gown, your graduation cap, and within the cap and gown, there is a tassel that you'll be receiving that has the Palmetto colors and your year of graduation. Also in your package for graduation, you will receive a Palmetto medal that's blue and white. And then you're also going to be getting what's called a line of march card that tells us your name when you go on stage in order to commence. So you're going to be filling out the back of that card and giving us that card when you step on stage so that we can read your name. So some of you will also have some additional things that you're going to be wearing on graduation day, and they're given out by Palmetto. So if you're in the top 5 or top 10% of the graduating class, you will have either a gold or a silver hood that you put on your gown. If you're in magnet or if you're in student council, you'll be getting a stole that goes in front of your gown. If you're in an honor society, some of our honor societies give out cords that you wear around your neck with your graduation cap and gown. So if you're in those honor societies, you will wear those as well. You also will need to bring your tickets for your guests. So make sure that your guests all have their tickets. You will be getting 6 tickets per graduate. And then what not to bring is going to be your cell phone. So you're all very used to having your cell phones on you at all times, but at graduation, you cannot have your cell phone. The only thing you have is what you are wearing on you and your line of march card in your hand. That's it. No purses, no anything else. And then when you are planning what you're wearing for graduation, a reminder that there is a dress code underneath the gown. It is required that you wear business dressy attire. So you must dress appropriately under that gown or you do not march. Remember, appropriate length dresses and skirts. So make sure you check the length of those dresses and skirts. A dress shirt with a tie is also acceptable. Dress shoes, absolutely no athletic sneakers, no sandals, no athletic wear at all whatsoever. And then with that dress shirt and tie, we also don't want anyone wearing any jeans. And then suggestion that we try to keep wearing the heels at a minimum. I know that it's a lot of people's instincts to wear heels, but I just recommend that especially anything like along the lines of a stiletto or a really, really strappy, uncomfortable heel isn't really suggested. So make sure that you try out that footwear. There will be lots of walking and lots of standing, especially before we march into the arena. Remember that you are wearing the cap and gown with the medal and the tassel, and only cords, hoods, and stoles, any sort of medal, anything that's considered graduation regalia can only be something that you received from Palmetto Senior High School. Absolutely no outside graduation regalia will be allowed, including outside medals. So make sure you don't bring them, don't wear them, because they will be confiscated. And then a reminder to all seniors, you are not to decorate your caps. You are not to decorate your caps. All right, arrival to graduation. You will arrive by 1 p.m. That's 1 p.m. on the dot. Everyone except the graduate must have a ticket that is attending the graduation. We're asking everyone to park in either the Pavia or Merrick garages, which when you're driving north on US 1 is just past the Watsco Center. All right. The tickets must be in hand. No pictures of tickets will be accepted at the gate. There is a lot of walking to get to the venue, especially when you park in Pavia or Merrick. All right, you're going to be going south on US 1 when you're walking from the garages. So just take that into consideration. Anyone that does need to be dropped off at the arena should be dropped off at the arena, and then someone goes to park the car. Seating for guests opens at 1 p.m. So make sure your guests know that, especially because it is general admission seating and there is no saving seats. So make sure that they arrive on time. Seniors must be in your staging area, which takes place in the field house, by 1 p.m. You'll be directed how to get there, but make sure that you're there by 1 p.m. We don't want you rushing. So make sure that you leave with time. What you don't want to be doing is nervous that you're going to be late. Arrange for a location to meet after the ceremony. The best place to arrange to meet is the car, because everyone knows where it is. So make sure that you do that, because remember, seniors, that you are not allowed to have your phone on you. So make sure that you know where you're going to be meeting your family, friend, or whoever it is you're leaving with, so that you know where you're going. All right, so this is a little map that, as you can see, there's the Watsco Center, and then you see right to the right of that, it says Field House. That's the waiting staging area for all the graduates, where they're going to wait before they march into the ceremony. And then the Merrick and Pavia garages, that brown and pink building right there, just north of the Watsco Center. So you can see you're going to have to walk down to get to the arena itself once you park in those two garages. This Ponce de Leon garage will not be open to graduation parking. That's the first instinct of where to park. That garage will not be open because it is during the school day. So that is parking for the university. So please make sure that you don't park in there. You will be ticketed. And then the parking itself is charge. It's pay by phone parking. You can prepay for it or whatever it may be, or pay for it when you're there on the app. But know that that's how you're going to pay for your parking. It's about $1.50 per hour, and then it caps it off at $8 maximum for the day. Then, dates that you need to know and dates that you need to remember as we start moving towards this graduation day. So you're going to have a second graduation rehearsal, like I mentioned, on May 23rd and 24th in the gymnasium during your government and economics class. You will come down to the gymnasium and we will practice marching in. We will practice marching across the stage. We'll go over how you wear everything that you're going to be wearing that day. All of that will be handled on the second graduation rehearsal. Then the first cap and gown distribution, this is the day that you will receive your cap and gown, will take place on May 26th and May 27th during your English classes. Now that is the Thursday and Friday before a long weekend. So if you know you're not going to be here on Friday, please make sure you pick up your cap and gown on the Thursday, even if it's not during your English class. We don't want anyone freaking out. So make sure that you are aware of these days so that you know when to pick things up. You will get your cap and gown, your line of march card, and your tickets on this day. If you didn't pre-purchase your cap and gown back in November, December, January, whenever it was that we did it, and you did that online through the Herff Jones website, then you will get a form on this day. If you're cleared by your counselor to graduate, you will get a form that then you take down to Herff Jones, which clears Herff Jones to sell you a cap and gown. Know that you're going to be paying more than the other students paid in the middle of the year, but you still have the opportunity to buy the cap and gown. You just need to make sure that you pick up that form from us, where everyone else is getting their cap and gown. You're getting a form. You will also get your tickets and your line of march card, but you won't actually have the physical cap and gown. You'll have to go down to Herff Jones to purchase it. Then, if you are not cleared to graduate on this day, meaning you're not getting your cap and gown or your Herff Jones form because you're not cleared by your counselors this day to get your stuff, then there will be a second cap and gown distribution day for you to have the opportunity to do all the things that you didn't do before the first day, get them fixed and finished. And that's going to be on June 2nd, and that's all day in the activities office. So on June 2nd, you'll have the opportunity again to pick up your cap and gown or your form to take to Herff Jones. So make sure that you are aware of that day. Now know that if you didn't buy a cap and gown and you're not cleared to graduate, June 2nd is the day before graduation. So if you're not cleared until June 2nd, you're going to be going to Herff Jones on June 2nd to buy your cap and gown, and it's going to be full and busy. So just be aware of that. But I just need you to know that if you're someone that's sitting down right now, knowing that you haven't bought a cap and gown, make sure you get yourself cleared by the 26th and 27th. So you have a little bit of time to get down to Herff Jones. That's just a recommendation on my end. I know that sometimes there's nothing you can do, but just be aware of that. Know that that's the way things go. All right. Now, for anyone that needs additional tickets to graduation, I know that that might be a couple of you. What we do is once all tickets have been distributed to all the students by end of day June 2nd, any tickets that are left over will be distributed. So we will distribute them one at a time outside my office June 2nd, immediately after school. You cannot send someone else to pick up extra tickets for you. They must be picked up by you, the graduate. So you will wait in line and you can get a ticket one by one. All right. So if you need 3 additional tickets, you got to make the line and then get one and then go all the way to the end, make the line again, get your other one, etc., until you have what you need. And we'll give them out until they run out. All right. But know that it's not guaranteed. So just be aware of that. We're not guaranteeing that people will get additional tickets. We're just telling you that if we have additional tickets, we'll distribute them after school on June 2nd. And that is the only day and the only time. You cannot come earlier to get additional tickets, and you can't come after that time to get additional tickets. And it must be you, the graduate, not a friend, not a sibling, not a parent, only the graduate. All right. All right, so a couple of reminders from different people. First, from the CAP office. This is very important. All seniors must go on SCORE and either A, click enrolling if you are going to college post-graduation, or B, report what your post-high school plans are if you are not going to college after graduation. There will be a way to do both these things on SCORE. You must do them. One of these 2 things must be done by every single senior. If you have not done this by cap and gown distribution day, then you will not receive your cap and gown. That'll be one of the things you still have to do in order to get the cap and gown. And then you have to wait till second distribution day. So make sure that you handle that. This is from the CAP office. Then from your counselor, in order to be on track to receive your cap and gown on distribution day, make sure you have turned in your community service, finish all your FLVS. Do not wait until the last minute because sometimes grades take a long time to post. So finish all your FLVS. Your GPA must be at its requirement. You must have passed your FSA reading and Algebra 1 EOC. And remember that you must earn 10 points in each class to earn credit for that class. And 5 of those points must be earned in the second semester. So think about that. So if you know you're not sitting on 5 points in the second semester of your classes and you're in danger of not passing that class, you need to either talk to your teacher or talk to your counselor and make sure that you get on track in order to be able to be cleared to graduate and receive your cap and gown. If you have any questions or any concerns, see your counselor now. Use this time, this month you have from now until distribution of gowns in order to get your act together and get everything you need to be ready for distribution day. All right. Then finally, your rented gown will be collected immediately after the ceremony. So take any pictures you want to take in your cap and gown, take them before the ceremony, because after the ceremony, we will take the rented gown. The gown itself is returned. The cap, the tassel, the medal, you keep. All right, so this is when you're also going to be picking up your diploma. Now, about diplomas, make sure that you have paid all your financial obligations. Every book that hasn't been returned, every ID that you needed printed, every single financial obligation must be paid or you will not receive your diploma. In your diploma envelope, there will be a bill for your missing financial obligations. So make sure that you handle that. Be on time, stay on top of the requirements we just talked about. Use this time to get prepared so you're not scrambling at the end. All right. All right. So reminder that the ceremony itself is a dignified ceremony and students are expected to behave in a dignified way. So review everything I presented in this PowerPoint, get ready to practice for graduation later in the second rehearsal, and be prepared and aware of what is expected of you. Follow our Instagram at MPSH Activities, at MPSH2022 for any graduation updates. This PowerPoint itself will be on our school's website Any questions, email me or come see me during lunches. I'm here. We're very excited for you. The time is getting there. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon, and especially on that really special graduation day. Have a wonderful day, everyone.